this. Switch to switch PC. I'm taking 4. So pick this, and also pick a server using one server. So let's connect it. So done. Now it's done. So we have just one server. Let me make it wider so that you can see it clearly. Let me pick this. So we are going to configure DHCP, DNS, RIP, and VLAN on this. So this place we are going to give it 10.0.0.0. That is the network there with 10.0. This will be 11.0.0.0. This will be 12.0.0.0, and this we have 192.168.10. No, let's give 5.1. That is a gateway, and this will be 192.168.5. That is the server IP address, and this we also have 192.168.2.1. so here's what we want to configure here. So after that, now let's configure it one by one. This is having 0/0, this is 0/1, and this is 0/2. I'm going to use GUI for it to configure this. I'm going to use GUI to configure it. So I'm going to use 0/0 as this, so which is 10.0.0.0, and subnet, 10.0.0.1, and this will be, so power it on 0/1, which is the one coming down. That one will be 11.0.0.1, also power on. So the other one that is going to switch 192.168.2.1, on the subnet, so power it on. That is done for that. So the second one, this one, so let's configure it also same way. So the zeros are, so this one is begin 10.0.0.1. Okay, so let's power it on. That's cool. I want to confirm this, which is 0/1, okay, and 0/2. Okay, so let's go back there. Still on track. 0/1, which is 12.0.0.1, and this on. So let's go to the one going to switch is 192.168.5.1. done. So power on, that is done also. Done, and let's configure this also. Don't forget, what we are using is GUI. So let's confirm this. Change this 0/1 and 0/0. So 0/0. That one we have 12.0.0.2, and this, let's power it on. Done. Let's go back there. So 0/1, which is 11.0.0.2. So let's power it on also. You get it now? So everything is power on. So we have configured IP address on it. Now let's configure DHCP on this. Let's configure DHCP. We are going to use CLI to configure the DHCP. So now let's start with IP space DHCP pool space 1, enter. So we are in DHCP configuration mode interface. Now the network that is coming here, which is 192, the network that is coming here, which is 192.168.2.0 space the subnet 5.255.0, enter. So the default gateway will be 192.168.2.1. That is the gateway. Now DNS, let's give it the DNS. Don't forget our DNS, which is this. This is our DNS IP address. This is our DNS IP address here. So this is what we are going to give it. So our DNS will be 192.168.5.3. That's our DNS. Enter. After that you exit. After that you exclude. Leave you have to exclude IP DHCP space excluded address. So how many IP address you want to exclude? As number as you want to exclude in your organization, you can exclude 192.168.2.1 to 192.168.2. How many IP do you want to exclude? So that's the time to you. It's not left for you to exclude the IP address that you want to exclude. Okay, let me exclude just 10 IP address. Enter. So save it. I save from that side. DHCP save. Now let's configure DHCP on this also. Same thing on this. So IP space DHCP space pool 1. So the name of the pool is 1, and if you want to give it another name, you can give it another. It's not compulsory it should be 1. It can be any number, it can be any name. That's the name of your pool, which sometimes we call it scope in system admin. Enter. So after that we have network space 192.168.5.0 space 255, which is the subnet, .0, that is the subnet. Enter. So default gateway, which is the 192.168.5.1, which is the gateway. And DNS, don't forget about DNS, which is 192.168.5.3, which is our DNS. Now you can exit. After you exit, IP space DHCP to exclude. If you want to exclude, it's not 100% compulsory, but what you are doing in your organization will determine if you are to exclude or you are not to exclude. But I want to exclude in case we have more system in my organization, so I need to exclude and this part. So the IP DHCP excluded address. So let me exclude 15 IP address from this side. 168.5.1 space 192.168.5.15 IP address I want to exclude. Enter. After that you do right to save. So after you save, let's go and check the systems if they have taken IP address. So let's see. Yeah, done. So okay, let me show you very well so that you can see it. Now we exclude 10 IP address here, so it starts from 11, and our server, which is +5 in the gateway. So that is how it works. So let me also do it for others. Now we get to server. The server will have static IP address, not dynamic IP. We don't give your server dynamic IP because we don't want the situation that our server will be changing IP address. So we are giving it static IP. Now let's give it our static IP address, which is .5.3 is the IP address. So I'm going to copy it also and also paste here, so that it will be easy for me to. Okay, so I've given it static IP address. This is IP address. So we close this. Now let's check if it will communicate with same thing here. First of all, we are going to communicate with this together to see if it will communicate with it. So command prompt, let's ping 192.168.2.13. that is this 11, 12, 13. We want to communicate with this here. Let's see. Yes, it communicates. It's successful. It communicates. That is 4 sent, 4 receive. Now let's communicate with the server from the other end if it will work. This is our server IP. Let's communicate with. Let's see. It's saying destination host unreachable. Is unreachable. This is 4 cents, 4 loss, because we haven't configured our IP. So our IP make it to route to communicate with this, to synchronize with this. You can configure our IP. You can make use of AIGRP. You can make use of BGP, and you can also make use of OSPF. But in this situation, I'm using our IP. I'm configuring our IP on it. Same thing here. It can communicate with each other, but it can't communicate outside the network. So let's ping 192.168.5.15. That is, let's ping 18. So you can see it communicates with each other, but it can't go outside the network. If I communicate with this system here, if I communicate with this one here, it won't go. So let's check it. Let's test it. So you can see host unreachable. It can't come here. Now let's configure the RIP on it. So open the first one. Let's configure RIP on it. So we see router RIP space version 2. There are two versions, version 1 and version 2. Version 1 is no more active and version 2 is the most active one now. So version 2, so network, the first network, we are going to put this network here. I'm going to put this network and also this network. So the first network 10.0.0.0, enter the second network, which is 11, enter the third network, which is 192.168.2.0. that is network, and after that no auto summary. So we save. So that's how you configure your RIP on it. So let's configure on this also, RIP on this also, same way you configure it from the other side. So we say router RIP, enter. So after that network, which is 10.0.0.0. so the second one, which is 12, and the third one, which is 192.168.5.0. oh, we did a mistake. So we don't include version 2 on it. So I'll put that. So after that, save. Let's see if it will work perfect because we put it late. But let's configure this also, same way we do the other ones. So first of all, we enable config space T because tab exists to serve. That's the reason why. So router RIP space version 2, enter. So after that, network, the first network 11.0.0.0, enter, and the second one, which is 12, enter. After that, no auto summary. That one only have one network on it, no, two network on it, so you don't need to do the third one because there's no third network on it, only this and this. So let's see if it will communicate with the server. But before that, let's first of all ping. Let's ping if it will go. It can take time a little bit. It's not easy to dig. So let's wait for it. Timeout. There, it communicates. You can see. So sent 4, received 3, lost 1. Let's try it again. Let's see. So successful. So our IP is successful on it. After that, let's see. From here, leave this to communicate with the other network from the other end there, which is 18, no 11, sorry. You can see it also communicates with the other one. Fine. Also, I want to show you another way to communicate with the server from here. So another way to communicate with the server is to go to the web browser. In the web browser, you put the server IP address 192.168.5.3. So let's see. Yeah, it communicates. This is the server. You can say, welcome to the Subscriber Care Service. Open doors to new opportunity. Mind wide open. So you can see successful. If it's not communicating, you can't see it there. So let's close it. So it's configured. So we successfully configure the successfully configure the DHCP. Successfully configure the DHCP. We successfully configure the DNS. So we also successfully configure the RIP. Now let's configure the VLAN. Let's configure the VLAN. Now, what is the work of VLAN? VLAN helps you to segment the system on the network. That's the work of VLAN. It's able to segment the systems on the network. So you'll be doing like, how am I going to, I want to segment it. That is not I'm carrying it. So these two systems, I want to segment them, and these two systems, I want to segment them. Also, these two, I will segment it from here. Also segment this here, so that you can see how it works, how segmentation works. So I want only these two to communicate with each other, and only these two to communicate with each other. So let's quickly do that. So if you want to configure VLAN, you need to use your switch, not your router. Go to your switch. On your switch, let's go to CLI. Go to CLI. So let's configure it now. Enable config T. Enter. Now let's go to our VLAN. So before I do that, let me give it color. Let me give it this color from here. So this one, we have this color here, and this one we have this color here. Here, and let me segment this one also. This will also have its own color, so that we can be able to identify what we want to do. And this will also have its own color also. Done. Okay, so this one we have VLAN 2. This one we have VLAN again. This one we have VLAN 5. This one we have VLAN 6. So these are, I want to place it. So now you get my point. So let's configure it. Let's go back to the terminal. VLAN 2. Enter. Now let's name the VLAN. The VLAN 2. Let's name it. Let's say like office. Enter. Let's exit. Enter. Let's repeat same thing. VLAN 3. Enter. Let's name it. Let's say home. Enter. Now exit. Enter. Now after you have named it, let's give the interface that will be on that VLAN one by one. So we say int, that interface fast internet. So let's check the fast internet this one is using. This is using fast internet 2.0 0/2, and this is 0/3. So let's go there. First Ethernet 0/2 to 3. So enter. So that's a great mistake. 0/2. It works better this than the way I type it. So now let's switch ports, access VLAN space 2, enter. You see, cool. Now the second one also 3. Now switch port, access VLAN 2 also. After we do that, you exit. That is for that. No, you can see, done. Now let's do for VLAN 3, which is interface fast internet. This will be 3 and 4. This is 4 and this is 5. So let's do that for it also. We have 4. So just pause VLAN 3. Okay. Yeah. And this for 5. Enter. Switch pause VLAN 3 also. After that, you exit. You can see. See, they are up now. Okay, so let's do same thing for this system. So you can see for this system here, let's do same thing on it also. So enable config C. Now let's go to the VLAN interface. VLAN, which VLAN do we give this? VLAN 5 and 6. VLAN 5. Enter. So let's name it. Okay, name it DevOps. DevOps. So the VLAN is DevOps. That's the name. Enter. So after that, what's next? Yes, it's that's the next thing. Enter. So let's do for VLAN 6 also. Let's create for VLAN 6 also. So name. This name should we give it name. Let's give it security. Let's make it more meaningful. Security. Enter. After that, we exit also. Enter. So let's interface it. Int space gigabyte fast 0/. Let's see the interface that we are going to use for it. This one is 0/6, and this one is shit. I could not say that. Okay, 0/5. This one is 5 and 6. 5 and 6. Fast internet 5. So enter. After that, you switch port access to VLAN 5. Done. So the other one 6. Enter. Switch port VLAN 5 also. So that is for that. Can see. Now this one 4, and this one is 3. Is 3. Let's also do that for it. So we have interface 3. So switch port VLAN 6 and 4. Same thing to this VLAN 6. So after that we do right. That's it. So we can exit from the interface. that is how you configure. Now let's confirm it. This one has 16. Let's communicate from 19. So let's communicate with 16. Let's see. No, let it okay, successful. Let's communicate with 16. Let's see what we just did. If we are on our track. So ping 192.168.5.16. You can see they have segmented them out. You can see before it can communicate, but now they can't communicate. That is the work of VLAN. You segment both of them. That is the work of segmentation. You can see that's the work of segmentation. So let's see if we can communicate with the server also. Let's see. Where's the server IP is again? Let's see if we can communicate with the server. Same thing, we can communicate with the server because we have segmented away from the server totally. So that is the work of segmentation. That's what we call segmentation. So now successfully we have configured the default protocol, which is DHCP, DNS, RIP, and VLAN. Now you will see the work of DHCP. Let's recap what we just did. DHCP helps you to assign IP address to the device on the network automatically. DNS is like it's a storage where you get your information from. RIP helps you to route from one place to another, and VLAN helps you in terms of segmenting the device on safe network. Thank you so much.